So I'm here with the one and only, the favorite, as we know, the wanted man.
The favorite.
Of course, it's
The
everyone
favorite.
knows. Everyone
You
knows
guys.
you're the favorite. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing amazing now that I'm interviewing you.
Is amazing better than great?
Is it? I think it is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I'm doing better than you, haha. No.
See?
Anyways, let's just
Anyways.
let's just jump right into
It was go right into a roast. Sure.
No, I'm not being mean. He's just in a hurry. That's what's happening. Maybe a little mean, but
Little mean.
a little mean.
Which is okay.
Yeah. So we're seeing a new era of you. We're seeing the Nic Nemeth era. We're seeing the Wanted Man era. You're everywhere. You're on Impact. You're on New Japan, and that's not a thing that a lot of people do once they exit WWE. A lot of people want to kind of take a rest, want to maybe ride on the success, or maybe just take like lazy indie bookings.
Yes.
Was it a decision that was made at the moment of it happening for you, or was it something that you've been wanting to do for a while?
It's something I want to do for a while, and my last 2 to 4 years at WWE, I wasn't being used a lot. So sometimes I'm sitting at home and I go, how much longer can I wrestle and look as good as I do and be as shredded as I am and awesome? Because at some point you can't. You get some surgeries, your legs break down, your back goes out. I go, I only have a few years of this window to do this dream job that I want. I've done 19 years in one place. Let me count the days, get in great shape, and count the days down to this contract, take the money, and then when it's over, I go, I'm ready to go to Japan, I'm ready to go to AEW, I'm ready to go to TNA, I'm ready to go all over the world and figure it out then. So I've been planning this for about 1.5 years, 2 years. And while this was happening, I'm like, focusing on the positive. Like, I have a 1-minute match on Raw and no entrance, and I go, this sucks. Focus on the positives. You get 6 days at home, like 12 workouts, watch some tapes, do everything you can, be ready to like jump and rope extra I was trying to get in shape like Rocky, or like I was training for college wrestling again, because I just wanted to be, the day I could go, after the 90-day no-compete clause, I wanted to look like $1 million and have everybody begging me to be on their show, and starting from ground zero and going right back to the top, building up again.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, like, that happening made me admire you even more, because a lot of people, maybe would want to take a rest, would want to take a pause. But for me, that just means you have this intense love of wrestling, and that makes me respect you and love your work even more. So with Japan is a dream for a lot of wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
And you had your amazing debut, you won the title. How has that been? How was the response from the Japanese fans? Is it different to work with Japanese crowds than it is with American crowds?
All of it is different, and even with doing a little bit of homework and research, I felt like multiple times, much like at TNA or anywhere else, when I walked into that locker room, I didn't know anybody. I'm a new kid in school. The first day is like, I just moved to a different town in 4th grade class. I'm walking in and everyone's just staring at you and I don't know anybody. And slowly over a couple of trips back and forth, I learned a couple different guys, I followed different pieces, and I go, and I'm more invested in the product. And like I told you when I was preparing, getting used to figuring out who everybody was, who the legends are, who the up-and-comers are. Look at this match, look at this. And so walking in there, I was very nervous and scared. I go, I did a really good job for 19 years. Does it only exist in that bubble? So I came out and I go, I got to prove myself. I want to prove myself, but can I still go? Can I only still go if it's Baron Corbin and Kofi? Or can it be other guys that I've never been in the ring with and never set foot in it? And we have this huge pay-per-view match, and I'm getting a big honor to I get to fight for a title in my first match, sight unseen. And I was like, I hope I can still go, because I owe it to the fans and to New Japan to be able to deliver for this. And once I got that one down, I went, okay, from here on out, I'll defend this anytime, place you want it. I'll wear it all over the place. I want to be a brand ambassador like I was in New York, but I want to be an ambassador for New Japan to be like, hey guys, check this out. And my brother was very helpful with a bunch of different things. He got Japanese captions on the Wanted Man movie, and he got to put on across the whole film, which is so cool, because I'm like, okay, now we're talking to Japanese people. What else can I do? So now when I send a tweet out sometimes, or an Instagram post, I put Japanese in there, just like, hey, because I'm excited. I'm excited to be talk to some new fans, but also we have some big matches coming up for New Japan and TNA, and I'm very excited. I want the most people to see it.
I was actually going to ask you about the film as well, The Wanted Man. Very cinematic, just absolutely beautiful, and a great way to come back into the scene.
Yeah.
How did the idea for that come along? Why The Wanted Man, and how did that happen?
I wanted to do, again, I've been planning for 2 years. So
had time.
we've been throwing things around like, hey, I think it should be a monster movie, maybe a zombie movie. We both love Evil Dead. And then we're like, man, I wonder if we can make something like that so it has nothing to do with wrestling, but we can allude to me like going through a new chapter of my life. And I go, let's just make Evil Dead in 2024, but also add some pieces of me like what I'm going to be. A wanted man, like running from the law? No, but everybody wants me to be on their show, so like all the zombies coming after me. So there's some kind of tie into wrestling, but we just wanted to make a fun, cool movie. And Ryan, my brother, did all the
films.
Yes, all the experience in the world. He set up everything. He wrote the script. He got all the people on board, and everybody crushed it. It looks like a real movie.
It does.
Everyone goes, when is this movie coming out? I go, we're working on it. I don't know.
You're like, it's come out.
Yeah.
Here.
I go, no, this is the 4 minutes is it. Like, this was really hard to do. Like, so, and then a couple people wanted him to shop it around, and I was like, hey, festivals and things, like, this is a nice little trailer to show to movie companies, like, hey, we can do this and make it work. So,
and maybe also get additional eyes on wrestling.
Yes,
Is that the thought as well?
which is the thing of everything I want to do. I want to represent TNA and tell everyone to go check out the TNA Plus app, and then be the guy that's the face of it, so they go, just in case they forgot about TNA, oh, that guy that used to be Dolph, I'll check it out. If I can help get some eyes on TNA, I'm doing my job as, like I said, I want to be an ambassador wherever I go. I want to be the guy that's doing the interviews, coming in a day early to do all the media, because I want everybody to see the product. Because I know I've talked about New Japan a lot. The TNA roster is awesome. It's hardworking people, very similar to myself, that all want to think, how can we make this better as a team? And that's not always the case in every locker room. So I'm very fortunate to be in there, but also I want to be the guy that goes, how can we get 10 more eyes on this? Give me a microphone and put a camera this way.
Absolutely. And I do have to ask a question that I'm sure you've been asked maybe 1,000 times this weekend already. But
I'm
I have
not
to
married.
Ask.
No.
Okay, cool. Wrap it up. No. Because New Japan does have a working relationship with AEW. And Ryan Nemeth, your brother, is in AEW. And I'm sure people ask, so is AEW on the table? Is it something that...
Everything always is, and nothing would ever be off the table. But the focus is 100% on New Japan and TNA for the foreseeable future. But 6-8 months, a year from now, we can re-talk and figure some things out. And also, I know New Japan and AEW sometimes do some work together or a big pay-per-view together. So, never know. I have no idea, but I'm one of the champions for New Japan, and I'm happy to represent them no matter where, no matter when. So if that comes up, I think it'll be something really special.
So maybe Nick versus Ryan at Forbidden
Yeah, you never know. Hey, who knows?
Yeah. So we're entering the new wrestling year after the biggest weekend of the year. So what's the one thing that you would like to achieve in the new wrestling year?
In the upcoming year, it's not to win titles. It's not to be like get my hand raised at certain points. I want to be the guy that can represent the company that I'm at, and everyone knows that I'm affiliated with them, and because of it, wants to come see the show. So my job, no matter what, whether TNA and New Japan want me to or not, I'm going to be the honorary ambassador that says, come see the show. Here's how you watch it. Here's how you see me. And when you get your eyes on me, if you know me from WWE, now you find out somebody new, and you're like, oh, this is awesome, and you come back. So my job is to do what I've been working on for 19 years. I want to be the best. I don't want anyone to outwork me. I will never be breathing heavy unless I want you to think I'm breathing heavy out there. I will never lose any stamina, and I want to go all night long and prove it to everybody. And starting with the global title, I'm going to defend it everywhere we go, starting with Tanahashi. Once we get that first one down against one of the greatest of all time, a legend and a hero of mine, then we're off and running.
Amazing. I'm extremely excited to see where it takes you next, and thank you so much.
Thank you. People should thank me more often.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.